Right, guys, it's nearly the end of the season, and so we are going to have a few awards. 3 videos, so make sure you check them all out. We've got Rookie of the Year, which is Best Breakthrough Player, Most Under the Radar, and Star Player for their team, the person who's pound for pound the best. Let's start off with Rookie of the Year. As I said, make sure you check out the other 2. We're going to kick off Jarrad Branthwaite. I'm going to put him into the conversation. We've got 4 nominees that we're going to go through here, and then we'll pick one. 11 clean sheets, 3.3 tackles and interceptions per 90, 67% aerial duel success rate, 67% ground duel success rate, 3 goals, and crucially, 1 against Liverpool in that Merseyside derby. Got himself into the England squad, didn't get any minutes. There was a bit of a sort of anger, I guess, with that. But I think that it's so promising for a player like Branthwaite to be the size he is, the speed he has, and the quality that he has. Actually, even in a Sean Dyche side, you've seen that quality on the ball as well. He's had a great season and kind of gone under the radar a little bit until the last couple of months, I think. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do. I think because he plays for Everton, unfortunately, and Everton were nearly about to be relegated, but they got through at the end of the day. But I really do like Jarrad Branthwaite, and it's because I think the 11 clean sheets is insane, considering Everton are a side that they conceded 6 at Stamford Bridge. They're a side that you don't expect to keep clean sheets, and he's been a massive part of that. I know some Everton fans have been saying, he's the best centre-back in the league, and I've been like, okay, chill out, slow down. But then when you actually look at him play, he looks very comfortable. I feel like it reminds me of when John Stones was at Everton, and we were watching John Stones then, we were thinking, okay, you know what, you're good enough to take the play in the next level. And I feel like Braithwaite is one of those players that can do that.
A lot of opposition fans, I see, talk about him once they've played against him. I've been very impressed with him. And Everton fans themselves talking about him and saying that he's further along than John Stones was at the same point, which bodes incredibly well for him. I think the final thing about Branthwaite and Everton is the optics, I guess, of it. You think they're old, you're down there, relegation. They actually went on a bad run of games as well. But actually take some of those points, give them back, and then they're absolutely fine. We'll come back for the Man United pick. Let's go to Cole Palmer, who's had an outrageous season. Bit of stat padding in there. No? You're going to give that or not? What do you think about him?
21 goals, regardless of stat padding, in a Chelsea team that have been so hot and cold. 22% conversion rate, which is very, very good. Yeah. 9 assists as well, so that's 30 goal contributions, 14 big chances created. I think the one thing I'd say about Cole Palmer is in that Chelsea team, when they've got Sterling and all these other guys, he's the guy who's gone, just give me the ball. And I think to the 2 Man City games, I don't know if it's because it was against City, but they were struggling in games. He was dropping into the middle and going, I'll have it. And then when you've got Enzo, who's not played well, and Moses Caicedo, who's been better towards the end of the season, he's been the guy, and he's driven them up the table on his own. So incredibly impressive. Yeah,
it's just a huge influence. You can see it. He's got great bravado about him as well. Unbelievable season. No one would have said 21 goals stepping into that Chelsea side. Kobbie Mainoo, make your case. Why are we going with Kobbie Mainoo?
In the words of Harry Redknapp when talking to Frank Lampard, he's going right to the very top.
He's a top.
He's top player. Okay. The thing is about Kobbie Mainoo, and I was telling people about this, so we saw it in the pre-season games against Arsenal and against Real Madrid, and when he got injured, Real Madrid were thinking, this is going to be a long season, in which it was. But the thing is with Kobbie Mainoo, I thought he was going to be so good because he doesn't play he's now 19, but he doesn't play like a 19-year-old. I'd take it back to Alejandro Garnacho. I think he's a good player. I think he has all the minerals to be a top player, but he plays like a teenager. Kobbie Mainoo doesn't. Kobbie Mainoo, he looks like he's been playing football his whole life. It looks like he's been playing in the Premier League his whole life. And that's one of the biggest compliments I can give. You can have really good 18-year-olds or really good 19-year-olds that can go on to be world-class, but they play like teenagers. Kobbie Mainoo doesn't. I think the only person I've said that about was when I watched Jude Bellingham. I remember watching him in the Championship at Birmingham, and even at Dortmund, I said, he doesn't play like his age. He doesn't play like a youngster. And that's one thing I say about Kobbie Mainoo. I think 2 goals, 1 assist is not the greatest stats for people that don't like stats, but it's more than the stats. It's the way he's comfortable on the ball as well. Man United don't dribble because, one, we can't keep the ball and players don't like to dribble at Manchester United, but 1.1 successful dribbles, which even doesn't sound that great. That's that for us. It's not. But for us, that is amazing because at the end of the day, we don't get that. And the one thing I will say is that 97th minute winner against Wolves. Now, people just see that as a winner, 97th minute is great. I've seen Rashford score against Hull City away. I think he was 19 when he done that. But the thing is about that goal is people don't remember the context of the game. We were 3-1 up, comfortable, really comfortable, and somehow next thing you know, Wolves score an equaliser. But Kobbie just took that ball and said, you know what? you lot have lost your head. I'm not losing my head. And that's the one thing I can give him credit for, is that for he was 18 at the time, his temperament is just amazing. The way he doesn't lose his head. He just picked up that
Tony,
ball
I'm
and
gonna
just
have to
went
stop you there, Tony, because Nubaid, I think we need a rebuttal from you. You're not sure.
I heard 1.1
Having
successful dribbles per night, and I looked at the guy I'm going to talk about in a second, who is a right back. He's got 1.3 successful dribbles per night.
So he's out wide, isn't he? Bumming on. He's a
Scraping
winner,
the barrel. Look, I think Kobbie Mainoo has had a very good season, but I think there's so much context to be added that, yes, I think in possession, he does play well beyond his years. Out of possession, he plays like a teenager, which is completely fine. And I think what we often do is we go with a player like, he's this brilliant player and he's got everything and etc. etc. He doesn't, but he's a kid, so it's completely normal. I do feel like the hype has got to a point where I'm like, it needs to come down. Let's be realistic, because for the last month or so, he hasn't been great. And prior to that, when he was, I think when he played against Wolves, Manchester United fans were saying he's carried a team this season. I don't think he's quite ready yet.
Yeah, and I think it's a weird one to judge with him out of possession, which I have a similar general concern with, is the fact that he's been in a midfield that's getting overwhelmed every week. So like, should he be offering a touch more to sort of bring it all together, or has he got no chance regardless? I don't actually know the answer to that, but I think obviously in time it will tell. But the composure, I do love the composure of him, especially that game for England as well against Belgium. So Conor Bradley.
I mean, he's had an outstanding season, because when Trent got injured, I think most Liverpool fans thought Gomez would play at right back. Then Robertson got injured, and we were sort of like, who's he going to play at right back? Will it be Kwanzaa? What are we going to do? And Conor Bradley comes into the picture. And at that point, I think most Liverpool fans thought the season was completely done. 1 goal, 3 assists, 4.2 tackles and interceptions per game, which is really high for a right back. The first thing you think about him is, he bombs on and he scores goals, he gets assists. But I think the biggest credit you can give to him is when Trent got injured, we didn't miss him that much. And he provided more balance. His understanding of the game was really good. And he's probably won himself a contract for next season and seasons to come. So a really, really impressive season.
Okay, let's pick a winner then. Who would be your winner, Tony?
I think it'll be Kobbie. I just think the impact.
He's gone for it.
Yeah,
Doubling
100%.
down.
I'm not letting anyone tell me what I see. I think we all see it with Kobbie, and especially with England as well. He looks very comfortable with England, and I feel like he's going to be a player on that we're going to be talking about for years to come. So mine's going to be Kobbie.
Clip that up, put that in this folder, keep it safe, because that could look good in a couple of years. Cole Palmer is the correct answer, I'm afraid. And I'm a QPR fan. I do not want to be giving Chelsea any kind of prizes, but Cole Palmer's been a joke this year. I guess the thing with Mainoo is that he's got some years on him, Cole Palmer, but still, that 21 goals, that has to be the answer for me.
Yeah, I don't think 21 goals and 9 assists. How are we arguing that? Let's be serious, man.
Yeah, Kobbie Mainoo 2 goals, 1 assist. I think we're going to have to give it a go.
1.1.
Don't forget the 1.1 dribbles.
Who was the winner of that one? Let us know if you disagree with us, and make sure you check out Most Under the Radar and Star Player.